Mr. Baby, I'm trying to film a YouTube video. I know you want to be the star, but it's about vegans and you're not one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know it's not your fault. So today I wanted to do a kind of more casual, laid-back sort of video than the usual, more high-edited video, I guess. Because I was thinking the other day, man, I really wish someone had told me these certain things before I went vegan. So why not make a video helping other people? Maybe you're thinking about going vegan, maybe you're not really, you want some tips, maybe you've just turned vegan. So here are 6 things I wish I knew before turning vegan. You're gonna have to get down. Alright, so number 1, you don't need to have all the answers. A lot of people, as soon as you go vegan, you've been vegan like 2 days, people are coming up to you asking questions. Are you not protein deficient? How come you went vegan? All these different things. And for a while you kind of like, oh, I need to be ready at every single moment that if anyone asks me any question to do with veganism, I can answer it. And that's not really your place if you're just a normal person trying to live your life. You kind of don't need to know the answers to every single question. If you want to be a James Aspe, or if you want to be like giving speeches about veganism and you want to be kind of inspiring people, yeah, you probably do need to know the answers. But if you're just a normal everyday person, you kind of don't need to. And all you need to know is the reason why you turned vegan. So for me, it was simple, for the animals. There's a lot of horrible things happening to animals. I like animals, so I wanted to stop it. So, you know, for the first few months, I kind of didn't really know how to say that. I was like, I'd go into a long story, I sat down and I watched this documentary and it stuck with me and I couldn't think about eating animals anymore. Really, all you need to say is, I like animals and I didn't really want to be any part of killing animals, innocent animals, just for food, when I can just eat a nice watermelon instead. Alright, the number 2 tip, or number 5, I don't know if I'm going backwards or forwards, it's just numbers, it doesn't really matter. Number 2 tip, you've got to get a lot of vegan shirts so everyone knows you're vegan. No, not really. Number 2 is something that I was really bad at first, is you don't need to stress about every single little ingredient in every product. A lot of the time, you're going to look at a product and you're going to be like, oh, people have told me all these food colorings and dyes that have got animals in them, and you don't really need to worry about that too much a lot of the time. If you go find a product, let's say you're looking for a loaf of bread and you're not sure, is this going to be vegan or not? If it says it's suitable for vegetarians and there's no milk or egg in it, 90% of the time it's going to be vegan. Look in the UK, when milk and eggs are in products, they're always highlighted, so it's quite easy to see. I've had it before where I bought some burgers I thought were vegan, they were vegetarian burgers, they didn't have milk or egg in them, and they had honey in them. At that point I was like, you know, I've paid for this product, I'm not just going to throw it away, so I'd just eat them and not worry too much about it. It's a little slip that happens, and mistakes are going to happen. You're probably going to pick up a packet of, I think it's Frosties, that, you know, they seem like they should be vegan, but I think there's some kind of sheep wool that's taken out of them. There's lots of videos out there that will tell you products that you think should be vegan that actually aren't. And, you know, mistakes are going to happen. You just don't need to let it ruin you. If you've been vegan for 2 days and you accidentally eat some bread that's got milk in it, don't let it be the end of the world. You know, just don't eat that bread again and move on. And speaking of the videos and things that are out there, the internet is your best friend when you go vegan. There's so many videos on YouTube, so many articles on websites telling you what to eat when you go to certain restaurants. Now you should always check, as we found with Prezzo, it said on a website that certain things at the restaurant were vegan and they actually weren't. You should always check these things, but the internet is your best friend when it turns to veganism. So as well as YouTube videos like the ones on this channel, there's also apps. Happy Cow, the app, is one of the best apps on my iPhone. I use it multiple times a week. Whenever I'm going to somewhere new, pull out Happy Cow, it's going to tell you all the vegan restaurants nearby, vegetarian restaurants, restaurants with good vegan options. It's a great app and it's a real lifesaver. And the first few times when I was going to different places I hadn't been to before when I was vegan, I kind of didn't really know what to turn to. I was kind of like googling it, like vegan restaurants near me right now, and it would come up with random pubs and stuff like that, and you weren't actually sure, are they vegan? Happy Cow is great, and it's got reviews on there, and people will tell you straight up what they had that was vegan from that place. As well as the internet, this is actually where I thought about doing this video, how food stores are also your best friend. Right now, in the UK at least, you can get lots of great vegan options from Tesco, Sainsbury's, not so much Asda, but you know, Tesco and Sainsbury's have got vegan cheese, they stock now. Really great stuff. But before that, and I'd say still now, health food stores are a really good place to get great vegan food, and most towns are going to have a Holland & Barrett or a similar store to that. I was in there the other day, they've got flapjacks that are labelled as vegan in Holland & Barrett, and when I first turned vegan it took me a few months before I actually went into these places. You wouldn't really think to go in there for vegan food, but most of them have freezers and chillers at the back with loads of like fake vegan versions of food that you would have had before, and that's a great way to ease you in to being vegan, is these kind of options. And it's great that health food stores like Holland & Barrett do have them, and it's a great place to look. And coming off the back of that, not every single vegan thing is created equally. The first time I'd gone vegan, I used to really like cheese. I thought, oh, there's vegan cheese out there, I'll try this. It was horrible. It tasted like feet, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm just not going to eat cheese again. And I didn't eat cheese for like 5 or 6 months, and then eventually I tried another packet of vegan cheese and it was really good. Just because you've tried one type of vegan cheese and you didn't find it very nice doesn't mean there's going to be no cheese that you're going to like. Just because you've tried some certain like tofurkey style sausages doesn't mean the Linda McCartney ones aren't going to be really nice to you. So it's worth trying a variety of things. Just because you've tried one thing and you didn't like it, then don't completely rule it out. I'm still yet to find vegan bacon that I actually like, so if anyone's got any suggestions of that, please let me know. There's so many great products and options out there now. You can try cheese from so many different places that there's bound to be one type of cheese that you're really going to like, and you're going to have this new vegan cheese, and the only thing you're going to be missing out on is the torturing of cows, which I'm sure we can all live without. And number one, which kind of goes against the last one, but it's something that took me probably a year. I've been vegan 2 years now. Probably took me a year and a half to kind of figure out, and that's you don't need to recreate exactly the same meals you had before as a vegan. So when I first turned, it'd be like, oh, I used to have spaghetti bolognese, let's get spaghetti bolognese with some vegan mince. You can kind of create the same meal and it's not like you're really missing anything. But after a while you kind of learn, you know, I was brought up in a certain way and told that these were the foods you needed to eat to be healthy, and that's not the case. So maybe the way I was shaping my meals before, where I had my meats and like some grains and then some carbohydrate, maybe not every single meal needs to be like that. Today I've been for a 9-mile run and my lunch is a watermelon, just half of a watermelon, because that's kind of what my body needs right now. So you're going to realize you don't need to have all these replacement products all the time. A lot of the time for lunch I'll just have rice and beans with some broccoli, because I find that that's really good and just gives me everything I need. I don't need some processed vegan products, and I think eventually the longer you've been vegan, it's definitely worth moving away from these kind of products. I'm not saying you can't have spaghetti bolognese again, but maybe, you know, don't have the vegan mince, instead throw some lentils in there, and that's going to give you the same kind of substitute. It's going to be way better for you, way less processed, and when people that aren't vegan try it, they're not going to be like, oh, this is trying to be fake meat, but it doesn't taste like fake meat. It's not, it's kind of its own separate thing, it's got its unique taste. And if you're turning vegan, you've obviously already rethought a lot of the ways that you thought about food before, so why not think about it in a different way again, and not necessarily worry about having some exact meal that you used to have. You know, sometimes you can wake up and 5 bananas can be all you want for breakfast, and that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna say goodbye to the viewers. You're basically replacing Nicole today, so say bye. Say bye, look here. You're a useless co-host.